Everybody, it's Wednesday night and it's time for Super Geeked Up. Woohoo! What's up? All right, everybody. My name is Jeff. Welcome to the show. This is Super Geeked Up, your live geeky pop culture show. We're going to talk some fun geeky topics, play even more fun geek-themed improv games. I'm joined, as always, as of late at least, by guest co-host Delaney Parker.
All right. Hi.
All right, and Michael says, and boom, that's right, we're live. We are joined by an awesome guest. He is, well, you can correct me if this is wrong, but I would say mystery/crime thriller writer.
Writer is not it. There's many.
Well, and yeah, screenwriter, author, many things, many talents. It's David K. Wilson. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right. David's actually in Delaney and I are neck of the woods, so we have actually done quite a few book events together.
We're like three little amigos. We've hung out. By the way, I don't know if anyone wants to take a second. I'm going to do it anyway. He's probably going to hate me for it, but the hair, huh? Do a little side. Do a little side profile. Come on, David. Turn it. Turn that. Look at it. What? Legendary. Just.
Oh, I didn't know you were such a fan of his hair. Wow.
All right. Oh my God. Big fan. Huge fan. So yes, I am.
Well, I got it. I'll flaunt it.
All right. So there it is.
Johnny Nuke says, hi, SGU family. Hello, Johnny. Thank everybody who's watching in the chat or in post. I see Pierre. Actually, Pierre was here 3 hours in advance. Just hanging out. Anyway, so folks, we're going to talk about tonight. We got some martial arts, Karate Kid type talk. We're going to play Super Movie Pitch and Geeky Lies. That's it. That's what we're going to do. And we got some other fun for you. And we're going to talk to David, of course, about all his books and where you can get them. And also, this is, by the way, actually, wait, let me get the right award. This is a literary titan. Is that what it is? Literary Titan award winner here.
That's right.
That's cool. He's a titan of the industry.
Titan, man. Like, does that come with anything? Like, when you're a titan, do you get, like, I don't know, a sword or something?
It's kind of like a transformer thing, so I can change
nice. Either way, that's benefits. That's cool. Okay, I'll take it. All right.
No, you don't get it. He's the titan, not you.
Listen, what I'm saying is, I would love to have any award in which I could have a sword. Or anything like that.
A sword?
A sword, yes.
Are you doing like the Schwartz is with you? Is that what you're trying to do?
I like to pronounce my W's. Anyway,
okay.
Go ahead.
All right, folks. So we'll need, of course, your suggestions in the chat for some of these games we're going to do later on. But let's start with our first geeky question. Oh, and it's based on one of David's series. So Sam Lawson is the fictional detective in David's series of books. There are 7 of them with an 8th on the way, folks. If you were going to solve a murder, what fictional character would you want, or characters would you want to help you? Okay. So if you're going to solve a murder, which fictional characters do you want to have help you solve it? You can tell us in the live chat or in post in the comments. By the way, all David's links are already in the comments if you want to check those out anytime during the show. So David, yes, besides Sam Lawson, besides your own detective there that you've created, who else would you want to help you solve a murder?
I would pick Adrian Monk.
Oh, from the Monk TV show.
As he could not only solve, then he could clean up afterwards.
Right. I would just fake mysteries to make him clean stuff because my house is a so I'd be all like, oh my God, what happened? What's underneath the laundry pile? Let's figure the mystery out.
He wouldn't even come into your house. He wouldn't even come in.
Oh, no way. He'd rather die. There's no way. I have a barnyard. Like, no way.
Yeah, that murder would go unsolved.
Monk was what? He wasn't with the police, right? He was a private detective, or what? What was he?
Yeah, he was an ex-police officer who then was a consultant. I just recently binged the entire thing again on Netflix.
Ooh,
nice. That's a lot of seasons, right?
Yeah. And then there was a movie that came and went a couple of years ago. I didn't even know about.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I watched it.
Good old Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah.
Shalhoub. I know, right?
There's some SH for you. SHW. You can pronounce.
Yeah, that's nice.
Shalhoub with his Schward.
Oh my God! First of all, if my last name was Shalhoub, I don't even need to bother. Everyone,
The
you've all been
Delaney
here. You know
Shalhoub.
me.
Wow, that would just make the books fly off the
Just understand. Ah, I got nothing good.
All right, folks, we just, Delaney and I will share ours, but let me get some chat answers here. Again, if you just joined us, we're talking what fictional characters would you want to help you if you had to solve a murder? Columbo, of course, one of the classics. I was a big fan of Columbo when I was a kid.
Yeah.
What I liked about Columbo is that he always had this, I'm not sure what that word is, but like he put people at ease, right? Because he had this bumbling kind of idea where they never thought he was actually a threat.
Yeah.
And then he surprised them by because he actually knew everything what was going on.
One more thing.
Yes.
Yes, that was his line.
Eyeball.
Every time they thought they were getting rid of him. Oh, one more thing.
Like, are you looking at me? Are you eyeballing me? He's eyeballing you.
Carrie has a great answer too. Benoit Blanc from Knives Out.
Very nice. That's a good one, Carrie. I like that.
I just love Daniel Craig's accent in that.
Yes, that's true.
Third word.
Yeah, or Penny from Inspector Gadget. That's also a good choice.
She keeps the one who coming up. We have to. Something's up with that one.
We have talked about her a lot lately, but she's the one who actually solved
a lot.
All the crimes.
Yeah.
What do we got here? Castle and Kate Beckett, or just Kate? Oh, from the show Castle.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, wait, was that the Nathan Fillion one?
Yeah.
He was what, the fiction writer or the murder mystery writer?
Right.
And she was a cop?
Yeah.
Was he a consultant? Is that what happened?
I don't know. I didn't really watch that one.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, and I would say you're right, Kate. I would go with Kate as well. He would stumble on things, but she would solve them.
Have you ever been asked to consult with the police as a murder mystery writer?
No. Have I offered?
Imagine?
Yes.
You have offered?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it'd be awesome if you did.
Imagine.
He just went around the police stations.
If
hey,
you're ready,
do you need a murder mystery writer consultant?
Give you a little leg up on it. Help you out. Dig in, gain purchase, if you will.
Yeah, it's kind of funny actually. That seems like to happen a lot in shows and movies, but in reality, I think the police would be like, "We're good."
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I went to school for this. I'm gonna figure it out.
There's like the liability involved. I can't.
Yeah, right. Imagine that. I'm like, well, the writer guy figured it out. The writer guy. You're like, I wrote 9 What writer guy? And then it's a fist fight, and it's crazy.
That'll
See?
hold up in court.
It'll.
Oh, you're right.
What about you, Jeff? What did you come up with? Who?
Hang on actually, you know what? One of our viewers here, Amy Franklin, has one of my choices, Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, very nice. I like that.
Amy. Sherlock Holmes is actually I think my favorite literary character of all time. I think it'd be awesome just to kind of be his Watson, basically, just to see him in action, his brain working, and all the deductions he makes.
That's a really sweet card. Like,
it would also be cool to just be around in late 18th, 19th century, London. That'd be awesome. Bonus, Oliver Mabel. Who's Oliver Mabel? Or is it Mabel Oliver? What is this? I don't know. Oliver, Mabel. So Mabel Oliver. Who's Mabel Oliver or Oliver Mabel? Tell us what that's from, Carrie. My other choice besides Sherlock Holmes would be my favorite cartoon, which is Scooby-Doo and the Scooby Gang, the Mystery Gang.
Of course.
Now, they're a little out of their depth because they don't solve murders. They solve really goofy crimes committed by people in weird costumes. However, I still think that would lend itself, if they had to solve a murder and it was somebody in a weird costume, then they would be well suited to the job.
They could do it.
Yes. It was a monster costume.
I had Cordelia Cup.
What'd you say?
I had Cordelia Cup.
Cordelia Cup?
Cordelia Cup. She is from The Residence, which is a limited series that is on Netflix, I believe. It is brilliantly written, very funny, very smart, and she's fantastic.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yes.
She does such a great job. Her character is fantastic. Yeah. And if it's a cartoon, I didn't know this, but I still like it. The Pink Panther. Now, here's my question. Was he really a detective or such? Not really.
The Pink Panther really was a jewel right? Like in the first Pink
Yeah,
Panther
it was
movie.
supposed to be. Yeah,
and
but
and Inspector Clouseau.
Oh, The Residence, the one in the White House.
yes,
I
it's
watched.
so
I watched
good.
the first episode of that. Yeah,
You didn't like it?
not enough to keep watching.
Really?
Wow, loved
All right. Huh.
I mean, it was amusing.
it.
It was amusing. Well, yeah, I don't think it was supposed to be. That's what it was supposed to be.
Well, yes, it is a comedy. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, it is supposed to be amusing. So they did its job. Anyway, Carrie tells us that it's Oliver, Mabel, and Charles, 3 characters from Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, duh. Oh, my goodness. You're right. I'm sorry.
Right.
I do the dance of the dickhead. I should have known that.
The
That's
dance of the
inexcusable.
Yeah.
It's inexcusable. I should have known that.
We also got some of the lead detectives from Beyond Paradise. Now,
Nice.
do you mean that or Almost Paradise? Maybe because Almost Paradise is a recent show that I love, which is awesome. I'm totally with you on this. But tell me if there's another show called Beyond Paradise, because I want to know what that is as well. Anything with Paradise, I'll pretty much watch.
Seriously, right?
Because it's going to be set somewhere like beautiful.
I know. Seeing as we're still wearing sweatshirts in May, it's fine.
No, actually, it was super nice today.
Today it was. It's
Last
still,
2 days it was great. It was about 80.
It's gonna be cold as hell.
I mean, May has sucked. Besides the last couple of days here in the Northeast is where we are, folks.
Yes.
Bonus. Charles and Ed went from Dead Boy Detectives. Great show, highly recommended. I've heard of this. I haven't watched it though.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Is that where one of them like a ghost? That's popular, like where a ghost helps out.
Yeah, it is. It's a big thing these days.
Well, it makes sense, I guess, right?
From the
A
realms
ghost might have
going back and forth,
things,
crossing
those things.
planes and
There's
whatnot.
nothing better to do.
Yeah.
I guess not.
I'm bored.
All right. So, Michael, tell me about Beyond Paradise and who Jonathan Creek is and why he has 3 / is it the third? Jonathan Creek the third?
Is it? I don't know. Hold on. I gotta. Oh, sorry, guys. Jeez.
Oh, I thought you were typing. You're just adjusting. Okay. All right, cool. Any other ones anybody wants to throw out there? Any other detectives, or not? It doesn't have to be detectives, just anybody who would help solve a murder. A lot of these people are not detectives, actually.
Yeah.
Right? They're not. I didn't have anybody yet. I mean, I just had that.
I've been watching a lot of Murder, She Wrote reruns. So.
I was just about to say Jessica Fletcher.
Who always knew more than the cops. She was much better.
Always, and she was always one step ahead, even if it wasn't a very smart look, like block heel with like loafer feel. Oh my god! All right.
What are you saying? She's wearing loafers? Is that what you're trying to?
I said she has like a little old lady in her little smart shoes.
That's exactly how she walked.
I do that. I don't know why. I have to always remember anytime we talk about walking, I'm like. What am I doing? Where? What? Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's on the shoulders.
Okay, Michael meant Death in Paradise. Oh, yeah. I actually don't know Death
in
Paradise.
All right,
that doesn't sound as fun as
no clue.
Beyond Paradise. But all right, cool. It must have good detectives in it. All right, let's see. Anything else before we move on? Anyone want to throw in other crime solvers? All right. I'm dating myself, Johnny says, but what about Sergeant Joe Friday? Dragged it. Yeah,
TJ Hooker, the cop.
Well, that's you're talking about different decades, but yeah, TJ Hookers. It was cool too. Sure.
Right.
Sergeant Joe Friday. Does anybody remember his partner? No.
Oh.
Tell me, John.
Oh my God! I know Tom Hanks and an Aykroyd did a remake.
Oh, you mean the movie version?
But I'm trying to think of who the hell I can't.
The partner went on.
Do you remember Spies Like Us? I don't know if you guys would remember that movie.
Bill Murray. And,
God, that movie was great.
Who is it? Chevy Chase or Bill Murray? It's Bill Murray.
Chevy Chase is it? Yeah.
Spies Like Us was that Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase?
Yeah.
Oh, Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase?
Doctor.
I remember. Yeah, I love Spies Like Us when I was a kid.
I love that movie.
Who they were not spies, right?
No, they were terrible. Remember the cheating scene in the when he was cheating on the test, it was so bad. So bad.
By the way, Johnny and Amy helped us out here. Bill Gannon was the partner's name.
Bill Gannon. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping it would be like a day of the week or a month or something.
Like Friday and Tuesday.
Yeah, Bill Tuesday, Joe Friday. That's the only days they come into work.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday and Friday. They're on the case. That'd be great, actually. I think I'm going to name some characters after days of the week now.
Right? There you go.
Well, yeah, Wednesday Addams, right? From the
Yeah.
Yep.
not the Monsters. The hell is it?
Yeah.
What is it? What's the show?
Wednesday is from the Addams
The Addams Family. The Addams Family. Duh. Yeah. All right. There we go. Good. There we go. So there's lots of people who can help you solve a murder. Hopefully you never have to solve a murder. That's not your task.
If I'm anywhere near whoever's dead, odds are. I mean, I'm just gonna get it over with, just for time.
Wait, what does that mean? You're gonna get it over with? Like, did you commit the murder?
Odds are it will have been me. I'm this close as it is, like every day. So it's a hairpin.
Oh, well, now we know who to question first.
All right, so we know.
Yeah, there's no question. But you look at me like, if I did, I'll just nod. I'm like, all right, let's just go.
You're so efficient. You've pre-confessed.
Yeah, I can't even. Like, that's it. I'm just hungry. I'll be tired. Just get me 3 hots in the cot.
That was the reason. Well, I was hungry.
Yeah. I was hungry and tired, and I knew this would get me.
This would get me some food
I
in
needed
jail.
to get some peace and quiet, so that's what I did. I committed a little bit of murder, a skosh.
Oh, just a scotch. I don't even know how you commit a scotch of murder.
Yeah, it's like a little stabby stab, nothing crazy, but
just a push.
A day ending in Y. Yeah, you're right. Well,
pretty much.
Day ending in Y.
Pretty much. Keep it up.
All right, let's go on to our first geeky game. And this is where we need your guys' help. "'Tis but a scratch," Stick says. For your little stabby, just a scotch of stabby stab.
Well, a little stab. Man,
all right, super movie pitch. So, folks, we need you to put in like some kind of weird combination of words or idea that we could turn into a movie pitch. So some examples might be peanut butter pajamas, banana in my pants. I don't know why I'm thinking of food, but probably
his favorite game. Here it comes again. Hungry. Wow, Jeff, trying to find a way to get into every conversation.
How about just a scotch? That could be one, or a little stabby stab. Those could all be
stabby stab.
Those all could be good inspirations for us to create a movie pitch out of.
Stabby stab.
So throw some weird things like that, like "'Tis but a scratch." That could have been it too. Actually, that could have been one we could have used. So give us some of that in the chat, and we will. 3 of us will make a movie pitch. Like one of us will start. We'll kind of pass it to the next person, and then to the next person, and we'll try to.
It's usually terrible and
create some movie pitch.
So it'll be fun.
Luckily, we're all writers, so this will go swimmingly. Anyway, the first one is from Sticks. Applesauce underwear. Great. He went with my food clothing.
My favorite.
Thank you, Johnny. We'll keep putting him there. We'll get to some of these other ones. So keep putting him in there, folks. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we don't go for it, guys. It's fun.
Applesauce underwear. All right.
Banana in the tailpipe job.
Oh, yes. Dude, that is, first off, Beverly Hills Cop is one of my favorite movies.
It's just fantastic.
Classic line. Banana in the tailpipe.
Can I leave the screen for like a hair of a second?
For a scotch, yes.
Okay. A scotch. Oh my God. A scotch is all over the place. Hold on. Oh.
All right. So I guess I'll start. So applesauce underwear. Okay, great. This is a great script idea. Applesauce underwear. So these guys got this idea that, you know what? Underwear is just not underwear. It's pretty good. It's got a good run. It serves its purpose. But what would be even better? Applesauce underwear, right? So underwear. What'd you say?
I said that's where the money is.
Right. Just applesauce underwear, and not necessarily like edible underwear. I know that's very sexy, right? It's not necessarily that we're going that line. This is actually underwear that can sate you when you're famished, right? So you can just eat the underwear at any time that you need to, right? So
I
these
can
guys,
charge people for that.
okay, well, we'll go into your life
I'm just
later. Later in the show, Geeky
you
Life, we'll hear
pitch.
about that.
Okay.
So these guys came up with the applesauce underwear idea, but when they started to try to make it, something bad happened. What was that, Delaney?
They used mango. Okay.
Oh shit!
Never a good idea.
Just mango or mango applesauce?
Because you can't. It gets all. There's a thing with the mango. It's in the nose. It gets a little funky. It's like cilantro. You gotta love it or it's disgusting. And it's disgusting if anyone's curious. It's gross. Don't eat it. But the mangoes were weird. You know when you're supposed to feel the mango, it's not supposed to give. You know what I mean? That dent shouldn't stay. But they were trying to save money. Use the cheap mangoes. Underwear went sideways. David.
But then, David, how did they save?
What happened? What did they do? How did they fix that? Like the whole thing. I mean, bad mangoes.
Well, I had mangoes. Wasn't working with the underwear, but it turns out it could work with socks.
Oh. Boom!
So they shifted. Yeah, and so then it was a comfort when you walk. It was padding. So at the end,
so like mango socks or applesauce socks?
Ooh.
Mango socks at
mango
the end.
Socks. Oh, because it creates a nice padding for when you.
Yeah.
And it gives a nice smell to your feet.
Yeah. As you
so
walk.
Your feet aren't bad odor. Yeah.
And here's the thing. That's why it's fine. Because that smell for a foot, fine. That smell for a vagine, not so much. Not so much.
What about for a peen?
It worked out.
No. Okay. She said a vagine. I said, what about for a peen?
A peen.
A peen. Well.
Probably better than usual smell, right?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't have my own peen, so I don't know.
But you have seen.
I've never seen a peen, not a day in my life.
You actually look like the most innocent lady. I can't even
believe it. This is unbelievable.
I know. I don't know how I would suggest such a thing. Carrie said, applesauce underwear too, electric boogaloo, the final rectum.
Rectum.
It's nice. True. Is it really ever the last rectum, though? Is it?
I was walking through the desert, Stick says, and when I needed nourishment, I thank the Lord above I had my applesauce underwear. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
It sounded like Elaine. Do you remember when Elaine worked for that magazine back on Seinfeld? And she used to have to read these big descriptions of like this weird, like the sombrero. Remember the urban sombrero? I can't believe it. I remember that urban sombrero. Wow.
J.
I'm a grown person, and I would use my brain for stuff that I need it for. But that's what's in there.
No, that's how. You've got Google for everything else.
J. Peterman catalog. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, Terry.
But David also said it. You just were talking too much. Johnny says Kiwi in the underwear was a disaster. Way too scratchy. Oh, you tried it. Interesting. Okay.
It's the seeds, right? Is it the seeds? Those little, they get.
Can make you look like you have a nice sack, though.
They would get in the crevasses, I would think.
Amy says, I need mango socks. Or she likes that idea. Huh? I think it's a good one. All right. Let's do another one. All right. Let's do banana in the tailpipe. This will be different than Beverly Hills Cop. We'll do a different banana in the tailpipe. Well, we'll see. I guess we'll see how it goes. All right, Delaney, start us off with the pitch for banana in the tailpipe.
Well, actually, banana in the tailpipe is a very smart invention that was used so that people could put this banana in their tailpipe so that they could actually gauge their exhaust to see what kind of particulates were in there, so that everyone's car was being efficient and environmentally conscious. So there it was, the car banana. It was doing the right thing. That's what it's about, Jeff.
Okay, so
yeah.
All right, so we've got.
They had to market the car banana, the exhaust banana.
The exhaust banana,
because it goes in the hole.
Yeah, so it was sweeping the nation. This exhaust banana, the banana in the tailpipe. Everyone was doing it. Yeah. Because they thought like, oh yeah, wow, man, this will just make my car run better. It's great for the environment.
Win-win.
But the problem was that these bananas started shooting out of the tailpipes when the cars would backfire. and the dogs didn't like it at all. But besides the dogs, you just mute yourself if that happens.
I thought it was a sound effect.
It happened too fast.
The tailpipe.
The bananas were just destroying things. They were such force, destroying windows, destroying property, hitting people in the nuts. Oh my God, that hurt. So it was just an epidemic. The police could not respond to all the bananas shooting everywhere out of tailpipes. So what did they do, David?
God, way to set me up. So they formed a task force, a banana task force.
Banana task force.
That had to find a way to keep the bananas in the tailpipes with kiwis.
Well, did they put their suggestions in with the plantain department?
So did they put the banana and then the kiwi after it?
Yeah. Then they shoved it. It allowed that to stay in. Rather than the kiwi was like the plug at the end.
That makes sense. The kiwi, I think, is going to be more firm.
It's more bulbous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I looked over and saw the word kiwi in chat, and that's why I said that. that's
banana,
brilliant. People, just so you know, that's what a genius looks like. Okay, there it is, right there. You're looking at it.
The mixture of the banana and kiwi scent out of these tailpipes was so great that it just made everyone so happy and just more peaceful, and it cured all the ills of the world. In the end,
and the underwear out of it.
There was no people didn't even need to wear underwear anymore. They were just so happy.
Oh my God, free balling! I love that.
They still wore their mango socks.
Kiwis fly, you know, letting their kiwi and bananas just hang loose. I like it.
So clearly, these cars did not have leather seats.
Right.
Well, they would have to because you don't want fabric.
Yeah, but you don't want leather either. You'd stick to it.
It's all bad.
I've heard.
Yeah. No, of course. During research.
Amy says car banana. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Carbana, like
Well, I think it's like the carbon monoxide coming out of the tailpipe. Car banana, maybe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or Carvana. I actually got my car from Carvana. Yeah. Banana Gate. Yeah, it was Banana Gate.
Banana Gate.
Oh, thanks, Amy. Who doesn't like sweet smells coming out of their tailpipe? I mean, that's how I look for girls.
That's all I ever have. So
that's how I pick my women.
Duh. Just
that's why Delaney's on the show.
Unicorn, just la la la, pixie dust.
That's what you should. That's what you should say to people. I have sweet smells coming out of my tailpipe.
I'm gonna make a T-shirt. Sweet smell tailpipe. I got a sweet smell tailpipe.
Oh my God! Yes, you should wear that next book fair.
I just got stickers for my other stuff. I'm sorry, little came out. I know, right? It has nothing to do with it.
All right, we'll do one last one. Well, David, you could start this one so you don't get thrown weird stuff by us.
Yeah, you pick.
Oh,
what we got?
I think the only one we have is dust cake.
Dust cake.
Yes. There you go, dust cake.
So, there was a woman who lived in the deserts of Arizona. Her name was Cordelia Crumcake.
Oh, yes, great.
Yeah, and but she made cakes, but she ran out of flour, but she had a big order. So to be resourceful, she looked around her, and there was one thing that there was plenty of around there, which was sand and dust. So she started making her cakes with that. They were big sellers. She couldn't keep up with all the orders, so she had to face that problem.
Well.
Delaney, what happens next?
I have to face the problem of having too much cake.
No, not you specifically.
I'm in character. God damn it, Jack.
All right. Go ahead.
are Cordelia Crumcake.
Okay, go ahead. You can be Cordelia Crumcake.
Because look at what this says. All cake, no icing. Because it's all the good stuff. It doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter how much of the rush. What she does is she takes in a border. She's like, listen, I'm going to let you live here. And that's fine. I want to be charged your rent. But what you're going to do is help me make the cakes. Okay. Because if we don't make the cakes, then I don't have any social life. And then my cake gets dusty and we can't have that. I can't. Yes, crumb cake is my name, but it is not my vagina game. Okay. It can't be crummy.
Look at the rhyming.
Crummy. Like, we can't do that. I don't. Nobody wants that. Jeff,
Well,
what does she do with her crumb cake?
Yes, she luckily remembered way back in the recesses of her closet, she had thrown this transdimensional portal, and she pulled that out, and she went through it and went to Tatooine in the Star Wars universe, which is full of sand. The whole planet's a desert. And this was perfect. First off, she has all the ingredients she ever needs. Number two, she recruited the Jawas to help her with production of all these cakes. And she gave them some free, they could eat as much as they want as payment. But also, Jawas love eating other kind of cake that Delaney referenced as well. So they kept her in a very happy state while she made her cakes.
Peach cobbler.
Yes. And that's really why the Empire was defeated.
By vagina. That's right.
Wow. So the moral is always keep a teleportation device in your closet.
Yes.
And not have no dusty cake.
Don't have dusty cake.
You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it.
Stick says sounds dry.
It is. No, it's not. Wait. Hey.
I think he meant that was just the regular cake he meant.
Oh, okay.
Cordelia sounds needy. Well, they are kind of short. Ah! Exactly. They don't even have to kneel down. They just stand. They're at the right height.
Oh,
yes. And they all look the same, right? So like, it doesn't really, you're not really like cheating.
Yeah, like, what? What are you get offended? Like, what? What? I couldn't tell.
By the way, Delaney, I love how during our ridiculous rhyming game, you struggle, but during other games, you come up with these rhymes like great.
Enjoy the weirdness that is me. It is a pageant.
It's a pageant. Wow.
It really is. The pageantry it's quite something.
It is.
I know. Every once in a while.
Pageantry is quite something.
You know, it misfires, but it's always something fun going when it backfires. It's always fun. Just loud.
Getting a bad visual here.
I know.
Pageantry or the Jawas or what? I don't know. Oh, you got a little stabby stab knife.
A little stabby stab. I did this to my cat just to see the look on her face. It was so funny. She was all. And then just sat there, just fat as fuck. Love her. She's like 20 pounds. She's so fat and this big. All right. I can't help it. I know. I have to stop.
That was Super Movie Pitch, folks. So hopefully you'll be seeing one of those movies on screen here you soon.
Yes, the Dust Bowl.
Dust cake.
That is my vagina, too.
Now it's like a bowl, not a cake. Okay.
Well, that's what you make the cake in. Never mind.
Okay, the Jawas were giving her the bad visual.
Okay. There it is.
All right. Well, we're gonna talk karate stuff and martial artists. We're gonna play Geeky Lives. We're all gonna tell some outlandish true or lie statements, and you guys can guess which they are. But let's talk to David about his awesome books. All right. So, I guess we should probably start because you got 7 of them. Let's start with the Sam Lawson series.
Yes.
So tell people about those books.
So Sam Lawson does not talk that way because he's from Texas. Okay. So he's a Texas detective, East Texas detective, I should say, because Texas is different in different places. And small town detective, but he's really good at putting his foot in his mouth. He bumbles a little bit, but he's smart, kind of like Columbo, finds his way. Because he's underestimated, he can always solve the case. And so each one of these books that are standalone, Combustible being the first, and they all take place in Texas, except for 2. Dark Harbor, he goes to Martha's Vineyard, on vacation for his sister-in-law's living there, and there's a murder. He's like Jessica Fletcher. Wherever he goes, someone dies.
Yeah.
And then in the very last one, Murder in Spa City, he comes to Saratoga Springs, again on vacation, and again to visit same said sister-in-law, who's now getting married, and someone else dies. So, and that was a year ago that one came out, but they're all standalones, like I said, and they're just kind of fast-paced. They're not cozy mysteries, but they're not super dark. They're kind of like an episode of the Rockford Files.
I like the Rockford Files.
Yeah, they're the literary cousin of James Rockford, I will say.
This is his Amazon page, folks. I mean, you can get it on lots of different places, though, right? Online.
Yeah.
And ebook and paperback, correct?
That's true. And a couple of them are in, actually, in Sam Lawson Combustibles, an audiobook. Murder in Spa City is about to be released in audiobook.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Folks, you can see there's all these books. I was looking earlier today, have great ratings. So people are really liking them. And you're working on the 8th one right now, right? The 8th Sam Lawson mystery?
I is. Working on it now. Yeah, it's out with the editors now, reading it, and then I'm gonna have to punch up some stuff, I'm sure, and then we'll take it from there. So hopefully,
on average, how long does it take you to write a book?
Average, it's taken me longer and longer. I used to average like 2 a year, but now the last one I wrote. Well, no, I take it back because one came out.
I was at the party.
That's right. So that was last May, I think.
Was it? Okay.
It's about a year ago, and that was Murder in Spa City. And then in October, I had a different book come out. So yeah, every 6 months, about every 6 months.
That's good. That's pretty quick.
Damn. All right.
But a lot of them are smaller books. I'm gonna, so
it's okay. They're really good. I when I first met David, we traded books. I'm like, I'll give you one of mine if you want to give me one of yours. So I'm a big fan of whenever I meet an author, I'm like, here, let's trade. It's like trading cards, and I love reading everyone's work. So it's not just because you're my bud. That's good. It's good stuff. You guys, if you're into it and you want to you gotta know, they're fantastic. His stories are great. They're layered, and you don't really know. It's not one of those, oh wow, I figured it out by page 6. It's not so easy. It's not like that. Your books are fantastic.
Thanks.
If you weren't my friend, I would shit talk you. You are my friend, so congratulations.
Thank you.
No, true. Congratulations.
You're prolific, dude.
And he does so much more. Tell us what other things you've done other than write just for yourself, because you have quite a list of things you've done.
Well, I've also ghost written some books, but I haven't done that in a while. But I used to
screenplay. I don't know. I got to watch a movie today that you wrote a screenplay for. Spirit Riders. That's right. I don't know if you're proud of it or not, but too bad. I watched it.
So you used to write. So you saw Spirit Riders, which was one of the 3 movies that were produced that I'd written. The other 2 are horror movies. One of them has been banished to the dark web.
Ooh, tell me, what's the name of it?
No, you can find it on places. It's just hard.
What is it?
It's called The Underneath. And then there's one called Shadow People.
Skirt.
Yeah, scary. Shadow People is another one that has C. Thomas Howell is in Spirit Riders, but he's in Shadow People too. That was the first movie.
I feel like I gotta listen. All right, I don't want to be.
So what? The other one was what? The Underneath.
The Underneath, which is kind of like the.
What was that banned? Were they saying it was too gory or something, or what was?
No, it wasn't banned. It was just pulled. It wasn't that good.
Oh, it wasn't for any bad reason. They just
no. Other than maybe no one wants to see this. Let's just pull.
Oh no! They don't know. They don't know.
It wasn't because of the script. It must have been other reasons.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The
problem is with both of the horror movies. Well, they were very low budget movies, and so when something didn't work, they couldn't redo it. they couldn't go back and reshoot it. They couldn't fix it in post a lot of times. So they'd either cut it or try to work around it. And sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. So
All right.
I just looked up Spear Riders. Hey folks, if you want it, you can actually watch it for free on Tubi. It's on Tubi, it says.
That's right.
and by the way, that came out, I forgot how many years ago, but
2015, it says.
2015, I still get residuals, copyright residuals.
Hey, guess what? I rented it today because I didn't go on Tubi. I
don't get it. I get foreign copyright residuals. It's big in Germany. So
sweet.
Oh, okay.
So this and David Hasselhoff.
Like that. Okay. All right,
That's pretty awesome that at 10 years later you're still getting that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not much, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Charles Zaleski is yelling.
Hello. No, he's excited. Chaz always watches. Hello, Chaz. Great to see you here. So Johnny had a question. David, did you live in Texas prior to writing the character Sam Lawson?
Yes, I did. I grew up in Texas. I lived there until I got out of college. So born and raised. In fact, the town where Sam Lawson lives is based on my hometown, Lindale, Texas, and which is a small East Texas town, home of Miranda Lambert. She lived there.
Oh.
That's right. I read that it was a time you were in Chicago. What did you do? I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Well, I was going to ask, is that accent you just did, is that how you spoke when you were in Texas?
Yeah.
Let us have some.
I just got back from Texas. I was there for 3 weeks, and when I came back,
I actually slip back into it when you go.
Immediately. When I talk to my parents on the phone, it's immediate.
See, at least yours is Texas. Mine's Long Island, and that's obnoxious. It's obnoxious at best.
Well, it might just be forever.
You. You guys are one day. I hope whoever watches one day. I know you're thinking like, no, it won't, but one day it's gonna happen. I'm gonna murder this motherfucker. Right?
That's why we had that question earlier.
I'm gonna come in his back door watching it, and he's just be like,
yeah, I'll think it's the fake one, but it's the real stabby stab.
Yes. Oh, it's gonna be.
But folks, we did that question earlier. You know who to recruit to help you solve.
I will stand there with this. Like
you won't have to solve it. You know it's Delaney. Never mind.
Where is his face on my face?
Okay, that's too far.
No, it's not too far. It's never too far, Jeff. And
so
that's
when did you lose your accent when you went to Chicago?
I lost a lot of accent in college. I was a broadcasting major, and there were 2 semesters on enunciation to try to get rid of accents, but I couldn't get rid of it all, and the rest was ridiculed out when I was in Chicago.
All right, so now Delaney, you wanted to ask about Chicago. Go ahead. Now she's not going to say anything. Great. All right. See, when I throw it to her, she doesn't. She actually just.
No, I do. I want to know. Like you wrote, Sam Lawson is based in Texas, and then of course the vacation spots. Chicago, do you have like a special feel for Chicago, or maybe writing character based that way?
I have no.
Have you ever set something in Chicago?
No, I haven't. I used to have some scripts set in there, but they didn't sell. But I need to take Sam to Chicago, or just do another character. Just
Chicago's great. I loved it.
Yeah.
I didn't get to hang for a while, but I did get to go, and it was a lot. I went on one of those dinner cruises. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I actually did that when I was there too. Yeah.
Right? You have to. It was great. So fun.
Chaz is a fan of Miranda Lambert, apparently. Like, there you go. Johnny says, Jeff, don't mess with an Islander. They're crazy. Yeah, I know. Amy says, David, want some sweet tea? Oh, is that a big thing in Texas?
The only kind of tea.
Yeah, baby.
Now, is that different from iced tea?
It's iced tea, but you
call it sweet tea?
Sweet tea.
It's sun tea. Like, it's not made with like that iced tea thing that we have. It's like tea that's been brewed out like in the sun.
With sugar. Lots of sugar.
Lots.
Which it's funny because you go down there and they'll have, you go places they'll have 2 vats. If it's pre-made sweet tea and unsweetened tea, which is kind of funny because unsweetened tea is really just tea, but you don't sweeten it. So that's really just tea. You didn't take the sugar out of it. You didn't unsweeten it, but that's down there. It's sweet tea until.
Well, they're not going to call it not sweetened yet tea.
Yeah. Yeah. Not sweet yet, but give us time.
Oh my God. Who is your, like, of all your books, what is your favorite one? What was your favorite one to write?
My favorite one to write was, oh man, that's tough. Actually, Murder in Spa City was, because I did it a different way. And then that one, I came up with all of because it's almost more of like a closed set, except it expanded, but it's like a murder happened in the house. All of the suspects were in the house at the time.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those things.
Yes.
So I came up with all the people in the house. I came up with who they were and what their motive was. So all of them had just as strong a motive and a way to do it. And then I just randomly picked one. I'm like,
good for you.
That's
oh.
And then wrote.
I actually really like those kind of stories. That's cool.
Yeah, so it was kind of fun.
And it's set in Saratoga, where I would go all the time for the horse track when I was growing up.
Yeah, yeah. And
I have one more question.
Racetrack, and there's horses in it. I learned so much.
There's horses in it.
There's horses.
Yeah.
I talked to
all right,
trainers.
What's your final question?
All right. Have you ever gone back, of course, I have, and looked and read like your cringiest line that you ever, and you're like, why in the hell would I ever have put that on paper?
I actually often like to go back and read your cringy lines.
Yeah, I don't go back and read any of your cringy lines, but maybe I should. Is that what you're asking?
No. Like, I know, like, as I've read it, not Jeff, you jackass. But like when you wrote something, and again, when you're writing the book and it's all good and whatever, then you go back and you read that line and you're like, I didn't realize how it would hit or how it would land, and that line just sticks with you. Like no matter what. Like I have a line that I wrote in one of my books that I still get heat for. Not heat, but whatever. I'm like, oh God, that one line, and it's still coming back to haunt me. So I was just wondering.
I don't, because I don't go back and read any of the books except to look for things. If a character comes back, I'll go back but I'll skim it because I don't want to read it for that very reason. But the last book I wrote, The Girl in the Whispers, is a ghost story, and it's based off a script I had done before. So I had to go back and read the script again. And PU. There were some things in there that needed
fixing. It's so funny. Yeah. You're like, what was it? And at the time you know that you were like, this is
so good.
This is fucking so good.
Yeah.
Then afterwards you're like, why? What was happening? Why would I do that? All right. See,
Delaney actually makes a great point, because particularly with because I used to make films before books. For my short films, there was almost always at least one line I would look back and be like, "Oh, that's the absolute worst. How could I?"
Be like, "That's the one that did it." Oh,
yeah, it was always one that really stood out. I was like, "Oh, come on!" Like,
exactly, and that's like the whole thing could be great, but you're like, "Why those 12 syllables? Oh my God, this 12 syllables just ruined it all for me. I can't and it sucks because you put all that into it, and a sentence, and you're like never living it down." And it's not to anybody else, just to yourself. Like, oh my God, nobody else would even care. But it haunts me.
So, by the way, Marcia said, I think this was about when I asked, it was sweet tea, iced tea. She says, "Bless your heart, Jeff," which sounds like a Texas thing to say.
Bless your heart.
She also says, "Leave Delaney alone. Delaney is plotting your demise."
I know, right?
See, but Marcia, you haven't seen all this.
Marcia, it's already plotted. It's done plotted.
You don't see all the stuff
already worked out. Everything's fine.
All right. What about writing a character sticks ass one way that you had to go back and change the character completely? Has that ever happened, David?
No. But there has been some that I was going to. But I just changed the character because I just came up with a new character. So yeah, there was, because I was going to bring a character back into a new book, and I'm like, but he can't be that character. It has to be someone different. But I didn't change. I just came up with a new character then.
Okay, got you. I've done that.
That's much better.
Yeah,
because that happens sometimes on like TV shows where they'll just completely change a character from one season because they were like, this was not working. We're going to completely.
And no one's supposed to notice. You're like, that was seamless, people. Thank you. Wow. I would not have even been able to tell. That's great. That's great.
All right. So let's see here. Just making sure. Okay, so let's see. Let's get the link up again here. You can go to davidkwilsonauthor.com, folks. That's his website where you can get all the links to the books. You can also, by the way, if you look at the description section underneath this video, all the links to his sites and his social media are already in there. You can just click on them as well and get to his Amazon page or wherever else you like to purchase books in ebook or paperback form, or a couple audiobooks as well. Use that right? Or one there,
Well,
one already cut, one coming.
There's
right?
two, but one Sam Lawson, The Girl in the Whispers, is audiobook, and there'll soon be another Sam
Lawson. Awesome. All right, Delaney, when are you going to do your audiobook?
I know.
You've thought about it, right?
Yes, I have thought about it, but I don't want to.
Have you thought about doing it yourself?
Yes, but I don't think it's a good idea. David has read my book, unlike Jeff, and he understands that there are again, it's not like egregious whatever, but at the time in the scenes they are explicit. And I admit I do not know that I have it in me for all those moans and all the everything. Like
I would just hear you giggling.
It would be very telling. No, like you'd hear me. Yeah, everyone would be like, "Wow!" And now I know what it's like when, like, no,
yeah.
I don't know that it would be the best idea. I mean, it might be for certain things, but I don't know that for my writing career. If that's what I'm working on, that would be the best idea. It has been broached that I should just do it myself.
You could do it.
You've never even like.
No, but here's the thing. You know what I write. That's going to be for me. That's going to be nothing.
Right? Yeah, I know, but
that's not going to phase me in the least.
Talk me like you paid for it. It's going to be hard for me, and then everything else.
Well, next time, listen, because let's trade books next time. You talk about trading books. We'll trade books.
Sure. Yeah, I thought you had. Sure, I'll give you one.
I do want to read, and actually, Dave and we should trade too because I love to read. Yeah.
I love that. We should do that with the authors. Get together, do a little exchange, a little swap meet.
Little swappy, not stabby.
Little swappy.
If you don't swappy, you'll get stabby. All right. I do really want to read your book, particularly after you keep talking about this one scene or these scenes. I need to read them.
Well, yeah, I try to keep like I think in each book there's like 9 sex scenes. So that's not really a lot.
That's a good number though. That's
when you have like 350.
That's more than I'm used to in books. I mean, outside of erotica.
There's either 6 or 9.
You want to know what though? The first book had 69 chapters, and it just worked out that way.
Did it really?
So yeah.
Oh, you write some short chapters then.
So it was fun, but no, like it's something.
Marcia says, I do it, Delaney. I don't know if she means I do it like you should do it, or she's volunteering to do the audio.
Marcia, what's up?
Marcia, like, are you good at sexy Moni?
Yeah, like the things get said. There's no metaphors. There's no metaphors. David knows there's no metaphors for anything. The parts are what the parts are, and we're saying what we're saying.
You still do it well though. They're well written.
Yeah, it's not like Pizza Dude, like porno, like corny. Like it's good shit.
Yeah, I guess my standards are low, right?
It's good shit.
No, but that's really good. And the book's really good too. It's like because they're really good books.
So thank you. Really like them. But yeah, they do have substance to them as well. Like the characters do, like there's more going on than just banging. Unfortunately,
there's all kinds of stuff happening.
Yeah, my books literally there's all sorts of fun shit. Like there's
I can tell you
got shit going on
because I actually have her to read excerpts. So I know there's a Superman reference in it. I like that.
Yes, there's a Superman reference in my book. You call a kid's mom stupid.
Yeah, because the mom didn't like Superman, right?
Yeah, she said Superman wasn't the best. Like she said Batman was better, and he's like, obviously she's stupid.
All right, so we got Johnny says, I read books from all 3 of you, talented group of authors. Oh, thank you, Johnny.
It's true.
Super. That's a kind thing to say, but also thank you for getting our books. That's a huge help.
Thank you.
And we've got Dash. Hey, Dash, V joined us. I'm doing a sci-fi rock opera. Well, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, Dash, is this? No, this is. Oh, that's right. You did tell me about this. This is separate from the other thing. Okay, that's right. Now remembering, that's a huge undertaking, man. Well, I can't wait to hear more about that.
Yeah,
I'm excited. That's crazy. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Nine
Talk
is
about
more than
layered.
most
Oh my
people have in
God.
a year. That's true. Six. Well, depending, I guess, if you're
That's true.
depending
Believe me,
if you're
no,
with
I will
somebody or
say
not.
that if nothing else, the books did help with that. So
It help your sexual release. Is that what you're
yes,
saying?
I had people tell me that while not looking at me, making direct eye contact, they're like, that book helped a lot. And I was like, I'm glad. Good.
Yeah, I actually I'll sometimes get that people will write in to my erotica.
See,
And
yeah,
indicate that they are pleasuring themselves while reading it, but I actually take that as a big compliment.
well,
So.
duh. Like I can't. You don't write sex scenes and be like, I can't believe that. Of course, you better be, or I'm not even writing a good one. Like if I can write one, and you're like, wow, can't wait to get a hand job from her.
I haven't got any of that from Sam Lawson books. It's weird.
No, well, you know.
Well,
maybe in the next one.
You, David. Guess what? That's on you.
As long as my mom's reading them, I can't.
I know. But
I bet
my mom had read mine, but she said, I go, Mom, I don't want you to read my stuff. She goes, listen, I can tell when it's coming. I just skip 4 or 5 pages and I jump back in.
My mother's actually told me I need to spice mine up a little bit.
Mom
nice. Can handle it. Mom can handle it.
Yep. Well, you know what? I bet there are readers out there who were probably thinking like, you know what? I wouldn't mind getting with Sam Lawson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Never know.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we got here? They have hot scenes, grace and envy. Damn.
Yeah, they do. They're flagrant.
Dashby says you can put me down for some good God, my back hurt lines if you need any of those. Because I think in real life he has back issues.
Okay. It's right in there. All right.
He just had this random voice in there for just those lines.
My back hurts. What the hell did I do today? Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Michael. So yes, the detectives he referenced earlier, he was telling us about. Jonathan Crete is a British series. Alan Davies works as a consultant to a stage magician. Oh, okay, that's a different take on it. And he solves mysteries that way. All right. I don't know if I can. Let's see. He told me about. Oh, here's the Death in Paradise, crime comedy series with an eccentric lead detective. Oh, also from. Oh, that's right. He a lot of the BBC BritBox stuff. Well, I like that it's comedy. That sounds good.
Right. You don't get a lot
of comedy,
of that.
folks. You should do what this thing tells you to do and be super geeky and give us a subscribe and like.
Definitely should.
I think we have some new viewers today. So yes, please hit that subscribe button. If you don't mind, hit the thumbs up. That always helps new people find us. Oh God. Yes. I mean, oh God, it hurts my back. Oh, sorry. Sneezed.
I love it. If I'm going to sneeze, I like immediately walk. I'm like trying to hold on to something. I'm like, I got to fucking brace myself. Cause that's just,
I've actually been afraid because I actually also have back issues. I've been afraid because I have powerful sneezes that I'm actually going to throw my back out for sneezing sometimes.
Listen, we can try to blame it on the MS, but we have geriatric old lady decrepitness happening. And believe me, I have sneezed and been like, sweet Christ, and almost like falling down because like my back just, it is not good. It's not good. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. My back hurts right now, actually.
Tammy says, the days when we could be bendy without hurting the lower back.
Seriously. I know. Good times.
Monty Python mode with a melon? Which one? Which is that from? I can't remember.
That just reminds me.
That sounds like a Monty Python thing, though. Okay, here we go. Marcia says, after my great performance there, Jeff should do the audiobook.
Right? He should. There's a lot of woman moaning in there, though, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, I do all my own audio. No, I don't actually at all.
Oh my God! Imagine.
Actually, all my Riley Rose erotica books are almost all of them are audio. But I have a very talented. Her name is Nikki Monroe. You should look her up on Audible. She does all the books. She's very, very talented.
Jeff, I thought you said I do all my own moaning.
Yes.
Well, I do when my back hurts. I do a lot of my own moaning.
I farm mine out. I have other people.
He's like, I just get someone. I got a guy.
David has a.
I got a guy. I got a guy.
Yeah, I'm too tired. You can moan for me.
Me too.
He's like, moan for me so my wife knows I can't help her out.
Right. Like, listen, I'm over here. I got you. I love you, appreciate you. Take care of that. I'll be over
The
here.
swing is great support, like a sex swing or just like a swing on your porch. Like,
yeah, that sex swing though. Don't skip on the quality and make sure you're screwed into a stud on many levels, because if not, people are getting hurt and you're going to have a hole in your ceiling.
A hole in your ceiling? Did you say?
Yeah, because the swing usually hangs from
yeah. I got you. I thought you meant you would swing so high you would go through the ceiling.
Maybe I do, Jeff. Maybe I do.
Well, yeah, I believe it.
The lady swings so high.
I get motion sick. I'm 51. I'm so like, no. I'm a really good lay there.
Did you say you're a really good lay?
I said I'm a really good lay there.
Lay there.
Dash V says, Jeff, that was fantastic. You stirred something in me. Be right back. Oh, good. I'm glad you.
Oh no.
Let's see here. All right. Oh, the Flying Circus TV show is where the melon is from. I guess with a melon.
Monty Python flying.
All right. Very good. There we go. So there's again. Check out David at davidkwilsonauthor.com or at the links in the description.
They are good, party peeps. Get in it.
As we were telling people at our last, at least the last event I was with, David, you won't be disappointed.
You will not.
Money back guarantee. No,
I can't get. I'm not guarantee. I
can't guarantee a money back.
I'm not going to help you.
It's highly likely you won't be disappointed.
No. Yes.
Most,
I had one star review.
Truly, I know it's I'm a friend, but still, really, they're good.
Oh, thank you. I had on Amazon a 1-star review for Murder in Spa City, and the review said, "Not a true story; it's fiction." Like,
yeah, got me there.
Actually, I hate those 1-star reviews. They're the worst for an author, but I love it when they're like that, where it's like makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah,
they say some, and you're like, "What?
Who was like you were claiming this was based on? It's a
when did you say this was like this is
like,
absolutely."
Thanks for reading the back of the book before you bought it. Thanks.
He's like, I went to Saratoga Springs, and the police had no evidence of this.
Oh no, it doesn't.
Yeah, what? That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Well, and I think it said, I thought this was based on a murder that happened in Saratoga Springs in the 80s, but it's not.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have an actual dead person.
So you were wrong.
Yeah. Shame on me.
Sorry. You wanted to hear about the actual death and dismemberment of a real person so you could be like, wow, they're fucking dead.
Yeah.
How dare you not change your whole book because I was wrong?
What? How dare you write your fiction novel that you've written bunches of and write one again and write novel on the side of it and jerk? What? Oh my God.
Yeah.
People are awesome. I love it. Last year, when he got heat for his book, some lady unsolicited felt the need to say some stuff to him. I had a woman who walked by my stand with her kid, and the front of the book is just a pair of legs, but she covered her kid's eyes as she went by. I was like, do you not have legs? Yeah, it's a lot. People are very sure to tell you they're if they have any grievance at all, they're like, you know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what I think. Even you didn't ask. They're gonna just share it with you.
Yep.
Like,
I know exactly what you're talking about because you were next to me, but me and Bill were sharing a table, and she's talking.
I was blown away. We were just minding our own business
because she walks up right to us, like makes a beeline for us.
Walked up to them. We were not speaking even to. We were just chilling at the moment, like just sitting, and she felt the need.
It's so funny. The first thing she said was, "Oh, is this the Tough Guys table?" And I'm like, "Is Tough Guy Productions a book house here? Like, it's not us." I don't know why she thought me and Bill were tough guys. We do not look like tough guys, I feel, at all.
Nor were they acting that way. We were just.
Nor do we write mafia books or something. Yeah. Like,
he's wearing his cargo shorts and t-shirt, just chilling.
I'm writing some geeky. Yeah, I'm wearing some geeky t-shirt like I always do. Anyway, I just started telling her about the book. She's like, I can't remember something like.
She's like, I can tell by the covers here. She's like,
I don't like this kind of stuff. This is
not my thing. And I'm like, really? Because we couldn't tell from your
stuff. I'm like, all right, it's like fine. There's lots of other authors here. Like, go talk to them.
She's all. Just like, all right, stink face, we got it. All right. Like, oh man, I'm sure they're beating. She's got to probably go out in her house every day and recover the path that gets beaten to her door by suitors because she was just sweetness and light. So she probably has a little broom right next to the front door so she can cover it.
All right. Anyway, it's fine. You know, it's not for everybody. It's fine. You know. I mean, generally, if it's not for me, I'll just move along.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We wouldn't have known anything. But she was like, you know what I'm gonna do?
We didn't even pitch her. Like we didn't even try to get her
We
over.
weren't even looking at her. Like we weren't even looking in her direction. She came up to the table and was like, so.
Oh, you know what? We should have done the dust cake pitch to her.
There you go.
You want some Jawas in your vagine?
And that's it. We got a dusty machine. Looks like a Sarlacc pit.
That's the best. Looks like a. Oh, I can't believe I didn't put that in my Princess Leia parody, erotic parody. Looks like a Sarlacc pit. That's great.
And there I go, being a lady.
Amazing.
Signing in, kids. Signing in.
Johnny says you should have to pass an IQ test before being allowed to leave a review.
Well, that would suck for me. But the rest of you guys would be all right. The rest of you guys would be cool.
I think these are about David. Hey man, read these books. Yeah, that's what we should say about
yeah, that's the review. All right.
Hey, man,
that's a good review.
Awesome.
That is a good review. So, all right, you know, I guess I'll share this. I almost don't want to do it because I'm not trying in any way to brag.
Yes, he is.
No, I'm not really. Because a lot of times I get shit like that from people or you know, some people look down on erotica. It's fine, whatever. But this person wrote me a couple of days ago. Sometimes you get really nice things, right? And it was he actually wrote like, you don't know me, but like I've been reading your books, and I'm going to try to paraphrase this. It was one of the nice emails I've ever gotten because it was like, not just that he liked the books, but he said reading you showed me how I should write what I like to write, not what I think I should sound like. Like he learned that just because my erotica is very over the top and goofy and comedic. And I guess he was like, oh, it's okay to do that. Like, I don't have to be really serious. And
yeah, it doesn't have to be.
Like, so he's like, you were teaching me without even knowing you were. And I was like, oh shit.
Jeff,
I was just trying to entertain people. Like, and I was like, that was actually really fucking cool because I had no idea.
Wonderful.
I had no idea like I was actually possibly affecting people that way. So
yeah.
Again, I'm not saying that's not I'm trying to brag.
No, you should brag.
That was a cool moment.
That's brag worthy. That is brag worthy. Yeah. You bring it back around. That's nice.
And I do actually think that happens though. People can think like I have to write a certain way or I have to write like these other authors.
Yeah, don't write to convince anybody that you're a good writer. Only write for the people that are already reading your kind of stuff that are already, because if you're into it, there's other people that are into it. You don't have to try to convince people or try to get people who don't read your stuff to get them to like it. Don't worry about it. There's plenty of people who do like it already. You write your thing, you do your, and it'll be fine. No need to persuade.
Yes, well said. All right, there you go. Anyway, let's move. Amy, who is Abby Hoffman? Is that somebody who leaves good reviews? If so, point her in our direction.
Right.
Anyway, all right, let's go to our next question. Hey, folks, this week, Friday, but there are previews tomorrow. Karate Kid Legends comes out. I'm actually pretty excited because I love the original Karate Kid. It's one of my favorite from
I fixed my bonsai tree because of that movie.
That's right. I caught flies with chopsticks. No, I didn't. I wish I could.
I waxed my car.
That bonsai is 28 years old now, or 29 years old now.
Wow,
so,
really?
Yeah. I first got it. My cat knocked it over and split it, and I was like, oh, God. So I took wire and wired it together, and it worked. I can't believe it, but it worked, and that was forever ago, and it's beautiful. I still have it. It's gorgeous. A little ficus.
Anyway, since the Karate Kid Legends opens this week, who is your favorite martial artist from? It could be from movies, TV, books, video games, comics, pretty much wherever. That also reminds me, I actually themed the poll to that. Let me check on our live poll.
I didn't do the poll.
You can vote if you're watching live. Who's the best fictional female martial artist? I can only put 4 choices in, but the ones I put in were Chun-Li, Elektra, Katana, and Cassandra Cain. If you don't, that's one of the Batgirls from comics. Right now, Chun-Li is in the lead with 45% of the vote.
Ooh.
She actually is one of my favorites as well, so I like that she is leading right now. You can tell us in the chat, folks, if you have it doesn't have to be female, it can be any martial artist for this question, your favorite. And by the way, Marsh is trying to get me going because about 3 weeks ago, I went on a whole rant about how I hate Cobra Kai, but I will not do that again. I will restrain myself.
A little bit of a thing. It was a moment.
And Amy tells us Abby Hoffman is from Chicago, the Chicago 7, helped found the Yippies. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, David, do you have a favorite fictional martial artist?
I was going to say Jackie Chan, actually, because he's so entertaining.
That's my choice. But go ahead.
Yeah, but as I was going to say that, I thought the bride, Beatrix Kiddo from Kill Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Character?
Yeah. But they're both, I just like, because it's both just they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
That's a good choice. She does some really good martial arts stuff.
Yeah. And she's fun to watch. Just because she's Uma Thurman.
All right, so we got the bride from Kill Bill. Mm-hmm. My choice is, well, technically I could say probably almost Jackie Chan's role in any of his movies. And usually he was called Jackie as well. But however, I'm going to use his role in the Police Story series of films because I think those are some of his best. In the English dub, he's actually called Kevin in that. I will say Kevin from the Police Story films played by Jackie Chan. I still say Police Story 2 has the most amazing stunts of any martial arts film I've ever seen. And he's amazing. And a lot of people may not have seen that one, but it's on one of the, I think the free streaming ones are somewhere you can catch it. So Police Story, any of the Police Stories are great. Like Super Cop is Police Story 3 with Michelle Yeoh. You may know that one, but that's the one I'll pick for Jackie Chan as best martial artist. Delaney, who do you got?
All right, I knew you were going to pick Jackie Chan because you love him so much.
I do.
But I'm going to go with Mr. Miyagi. Like when we were all watching it, we painted the fence, we watched the car, we did all of it, and we love that little guy. I loved him, and Mr. Miyagi was awesome. Also, I have Kung Fu Panda, but that's just a little ha for me. Well, it's just
what's his name? Poe.
Oh yeah, Poe. But yeah, Mr. Miyagi I thought was fantastic. Now I do have two for the Ick Factor file, which is Steven Seagal and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Ill for many reasons.
Ick Factor?
Ick, yeah.
Wait a minute. What? Seagal I can see. What's wrong with Van Damme? I love Van Damme, man. Like I watch every Van Damme movie when I was growing up.
And I'm going to let it go because I know you love him. That's great.
All right, fine.
For you.
I actually watch all the Seagal movies too, but Seagal has gone on to do very sketchy things. Like
he's a sketch McGill. Yo,
that's why I'm fine with you dissing Seagal. I'm fine with you dissing
Seagal. There's so much.
I still like Van Damme.
And Chuck Norris is fantastic, but I don't know I can't remember. Texas Walker, what is his name? Walker
Texas
Ranger. What the hell he is. So there we go.
Side story. Somewhere, I can't remember where. My daughter reminded me of this today. She thinks I was at a concert. I think I was in New York City, but I was somewhere with an old girlfriend. We were walking down the street, and this guy turned around completely blottoed and looks at me, and he said, "You look like Chuck Norris from the past." Like he thought I was a time traveler. He took his picture with me. I guess that's
he took his picture down. You know when that guy showed up?
Because like, I was
why the fuck I have this picture? This dude, this is weird.
Yeah, it's a compliment, man. Because Chuck Norris is great. Yeah.
Yeah, I took it.
Bruce Lee and his son.
He was Walker, Texas Ranger. So
yes.
Yeah.
Because remember he was in The Crow, but he didn't do karate.
The Crow. Chuck Norris was in
what's
The
his
Crow.
face? Brandon Lee.
Brandon
was
Lee.
his son. Yeah.
That's such a tragedy for both of them.
I know, right?
It was. I was a big fan of Brandon. Brandon Lee did do martial arts in other movies like Rapid Fire.
Yeah.
I think he would have had a big career.
He was just getting started. Like just. Good stuff, that guy. That's too bad.
Michael mentions Bruce Lee as one of his favorites, as well as Cynthia Rothrock, she was the big 80s female martial arts star. Let's see here. We got weird pick, Marcia says, but I'd say any of the benders in Avatar: The Last Airbender, animated, but still the bending styles are modeled after different types of martial arts. That's 100% true. Definitely martial arts in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, that's a good choice, Marcia. I would personally choose water bending. I think that would be cool out of all of them, but they're all good.
Okay.
All right, Delaney's not an Avatar fan apparently. Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to be. I actually didn't get that much into the animated. I watched most of the live action though. That was last year.
I will admit, like the movie, like that was incredible to watch. But
not the movie. Really... No. Do you mean the movie or the Netflix? The movie is known as one of the worst movies.
No, like I like the effects that they did. Like I thought that shit was very cool, but the story and the
movie is terrible.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like I was like, wow, those are crazy at the time. Those are crazy. Like I thought that was cool to look at, but I didn't.
The Netflix series is quite good, actually. They did a good job.
From what I hear, yes.
All right, there we go. Let's see. I mean, whatever. There's a ton. But anyone else you want to throw in there? Any folks? Any other martial artist?
I don't see any tabs.
I mean, I would definitely put Chun-Li in there. She's my favorite Street Fighter. From the Street Fighter game series.
Sandy the Squirrel from SpongeBob.
Who?
Sandy
the Squirrel. She's got moves.
I don't know if she ever fought, but she'd do this.
No, but she did do. Yeah, she never dropped the hammer, but luckily,
underwater doing that too is impressive.
Yeah, if you didn't raise her ire enough, obviously, for her to go fucking nutty, like a squirrel would, and lose it.
Amy says the guys from Kentucky Fried Movie, in particular, enormous genitals. Oh wow, I don't know this actually.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Is this a real movie?
Yeah, it's a real movie. I don't know. It was the one. It started like John Landis, and I think John Pace was in it, and it was like a sketch movie.
It's a spoof, right?
Yeah.
Oh, different sketches.
Guys that wound up doing Airplane.
Okay, good.
I love it. The Airplane movies.
Sounds good.
God, they're great.
All right. Oh, yes, Johnny, good. He was afraid he wasn't going to make it in time.
Hello,
Super Friends. The new Karate Kid trailer brought me to tears, and I don't know why. I can get it, man. It's nostalgia, right? It brings you back to the original.
It really does. I want to go see that at the drive-in. I think it'll be great.
Oh, that'd be cool. I think I'm going to... No, sorry. I'm seeing Mission Impossible tomorrow. I'll see Karate Kid next week, probably.
I would love to go. I got to go to the drive-in. Have you guys been to the drive-in lately at all? I went last summer.
I've been driving in a long time.
Oh, you gotta go.
I know. I should.
You gotta go.
I do love a good drive-in.
So much fun. There's not a lot of them left.
No, but we have at least a couple around here in our area. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. So if you just joined us, Johnny, or anybody else, we were talking favorite fictional martial artist. You can actually, there's a lot of great ones from comics, and like I put in the poll a lot of them, like Elektra and stuff like that. There's actually a whole, at least in the DC comic universe, there's a whole ranking of like the best martial artists in DC comics. So
I'm going to have to pull my skills here. Yeah.
Well, yes, you're obviously on there, right?
I meant my knowledge. You're such a fucking.
Oh, I thought you were saying your martial arts knowledge.
I hope you all see how hard this is for me. Okay,
dude, that's what I really thought you said. You said
he's a cold-hearted person, and he makes.
Listen, I don't know. I've taken multiple martial arts. You could have taken some as well, for all I know. It's not weird to think that. All right, fine.
Yeah, fine.
Johnny says I like Van Damme too. All right, Johnny. Yeah, you're with me with Van Damme.
I'll allow it because Johnny said it, not you.
By the way, folks, if you've never seen it, it was only one season on Amazon, but it's called Jean-Claude Van Johnson, and it's only a few years old. Jean-Claude Van Damme is basically spoofing himself. He plays himself as if his movie star persona was a front for him being a secret agent, and he like kind of makes fun of himself, so it's very funny actually. Like it's
as he should.
But also, even though he was pretty old then, he still does like this martial arts. He was still pretty good. Unlike, unfortunately, Chuck Norris, I got to say, in Walker, particularly near the end, he wasn't doing shit. Like, he
there was a
barely
little
moving.
hitch in his giddy
He
up.
was
There was a
barely
little
moving.
hitch
It
in
was
his
all
giddy up
stuntmen,
on
and
the end of it there. Yeah.
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 Yeah. He needed a walker.
My brother Joe was like a third degree, like he's a wrenchy and everything, where he's crazy into it. And the discipline is ridiculous.
Wait, what style did your brother take?
I honestly, it's like some weird mixture of his crap. He's been doing it for like forever. I
Yeah, that
rarely
crap
see him
martial arts. That's
two-finger a
great.
person to the floor. Like, oh my god, it's I don't even fucking know. But the guy we got to do the 100 sit-ups and all this other shit. Like out of nowhere, my fucking idiot brother, who of course I'm gonna call him an idiot because he's my brother. You're a fucking idiot. He's ridiculously good at it. Like, oh my goddamn Jesus. I took a self-defense class after I had my kids and he was running it. He's like, listen, you guys aren't going to learn to defend yourselves if you don't feel afraid. He's like, look, you have to make her feel afraid. And he comes at me like this and just wraps his hands around my throat. And he's just pressing a little bit on the esophagus. Just enough to make me afraid.
Did you learn?
That's what love is. That's a brother.
Did you learn how to defend yourself?
I had to kick away, but yeah, I wound up winning at the end of it because at the end of the self-defense, they had the guy who was all padded up. I whooped his ass. It was so much fun. But yeah, you know when you see a karate movie, you're running around doing karate for 3 days. You're karate chopping the bread. You're fucking like every little thing. It doesn't matter. Of course, I did it when I was a kid. I know I did.
Dash says, wow, I love that kind of self-deprecating meta stuff. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Oh my God. I love that movie so much.
Me too.
Oh man, that was a great movie.
I cannot recommend that enough, folks. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. It's Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal.
It's so funny.
Where Nick Cage plays a spoof version of himself.
It's so,
so good.
Just smiling at him in the car. Like, this is great.
Oh yeah. They're in the car.
I love it. I also love when Nick Cage, I know we're off the subject now, but when Nicolas Cage played, he was Dracula or Van Helsing or whatever.
He was Dracula in, I know that it was a recent movie.
It was pretty funny. It was Renfield, yes. Yeah. Ridiculous and funny.
I want to see that actually. Johnny, I do remember Jim Cotta. I almost put in a different poll today, but I didn't. Jim Cotta is the 80s classic gymnast martial artist who saves the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He gets recruited because he's at gymnastics too. I guess I don't know.
I
the Russians or some shit. I don't know. Jim Cotta was Olympic gymnast.
Thomas as a martial artist.
Was a real gymnast as a martial artist in a tournament.
Look at Pappas. I love you coming out here with the knowledge. Look at that. What?
All right, folks, we're going to do one last game in a minute, Geeky Lies, but let's thank our patrons. David, you can help us with this if you happen to have the doc handy that I sent you, the Google Doc. It's number 5, called Patreon list. So, folks, if you want to help us out, you can go to patreon.com/super-geeked-up. Any amount is super helpful. Helps us keep doing our geeky stuff. We really appreciate it no matter what level you're at. But if you're at $10 or more a month, you get a super shout out every week. Let's do a martial arts theme since we were just talking about that today. So big thanks to Craig Allen Poole, who just like the guy we were just talking about, after he saves the day, he says, wham, bam, thank you, Van Damme. And romances
oh my
the ladies.
God, that was awesome.
Yeah. All right, Delaney, you can take the next one.
Greg and Rena Horvey. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but Horvey is a certain discipline within karate. Okay?
Yes.
It is amazing discipline and focus for those of us.
Focus?
It's the proper pronunciation.
Okay.
It's the French pronunciation, Jeff. Right. So focus. It's about focus and discipline. So thank you.
All right, David, you can take the next one, please.
The next is Tammy Anderson, who actually was one of my favorite martial artist picks, and I forgot about that.
Oh, yes, right.
You know,
she starred in a lot of those 80s
Yeah,
and 90s
yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
He's like,
kicking
yeah,
butt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's
it.
believable
They
because
get-
I know Tammy served in both the Army and Navy, so she probably could kick butt.
Oh, good. Yeah.
All right, we got Johnny Big Daddy Pappas.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny actually created the Big Daddy style of martial arts, which is where he puts you over the knee and spanks you and says, "Who's your daddy?"
With rather vigorous BDE energy.
Right.
And a BDE
But they're so
energy.
powerful, they just immobilize every opponent. Those spanks.
He's so powerful. That's exactly it.
All right, Delaney.
Michael Gilstrap. I don't know if you guys even read all the articles because it was a lot. There was a lot that had gone on at the last tournament because Gilstrap, he was the ref, okay, and he had to call it. He called it, and people didn't like the way he called that fight. Okay, so it turned into a whole thing. Gilstrap was then just beat upon by a bunch of like 8-year-old white belts. Some of them had that little yellow stripe, but he went and called it wrong. And he said that Riley got the hit, and that was it. Everyone went nuts. Gilstrap got his ass kicked by a bunch of little tiny midgets.
Jeez, what the heck?
I don't even know about it.
Why are you telling our Patreon supporters getting his ass kicked?
He did. I mean, but listen, he lived to fight another day because here he is today. So guess what? Doesn't matter.
All
how
right, so
many
you know what?
He
He
kicked
got
all
up,
their
dusted
asses. He
himself.
doesn't feel bad about it, and he's sitting right here.
He got
Thank
up,
you.
dusted himself off. He got stronger. And
Oh, yeah. And he
First off, I don't know why the ref
Yeah.
is getting attacked in a match. But all right.
Smack the shit out of him. Hey,
You know what? It must have
everyone
been
likes- not
Cobra
everybody
Kai
likes everything
guys.
slow and easy. Some people like a little zhuzh, you know? They need the adrenaline.
All right. David, go ahead.
The Dash V, who actually, I heard that he was going to be the top contender in the National Martial Arts Championship. But, you know, at the beginning, you go and you bow. And he bowed and he said, "Oh, my back hurts."
I get it. I
Nice
get it.
call back.
Yeah.
Career ending
Right, and he had to forfeit.
Career
Right?
ending. Damn it.
Yeah, Big Daddy style. You got it, Johnny. All right. Lucky me. Oh, no, I don't. Damn it. I thought I was going to. I'll say that for David. I thought I was going to get Delaney. I got Jalou. All right. Thank you to Jalou. Never mind. This is good too. You know, well, Jalou sounds like a martial art. It's like Kung Fu. It's Kung Jalou. So Kung Jalou is even better than Kung Fu. That's when you've mastered all the Kung Fu styles, you move to Kung Jalou. And you are just like at another level. You are just the ultimate master.
But you don't need pants.
Well, you don't need pants. You can wear them if you want.
Just kick that leg up high. Just
okay.
Let it, you know.
You got to make them also weird. Anyway, Kung Jalou, you're the master. Go ahead. Let's now go to David so Delaney doesn't do herself like normal. David, you can do
whenever I get the chance.
I wanted to see Delaney do herself. Yes, Delaney Parker. You've got several martial arts belts. I think they're all macrame belts.
I have a lot of belts.
Yeah. Look. She's got a yellow belt.
I got this one during attorney.
There's the black
year.
belt. Yeah.
There you go.
Belt. I
brought props.
Kids
Carrot top.
All right. Don't quite
Carrot top.
come at me.
All right.
See? Look at that.
All right, Delaney, you have our last one then.
Oh, right. Okay. Brian is the house of Brian. When you walk in, you bow. Take off your shoes. It is the house of Brian, where it is the most. I don't want to have to say fuck us again, but we will, just for funsies. You go to the house of Brian, where you really want to truly find your animal spirit. Are you the monkey? Do you have a monkey mind? You're going to find out at Brian's house of karate.
That's very appropriate, actually, because a lot of Kung Fu styles are based off of animals. So,
I know. Don't you love me surprised that I know stuff? That he's like, well, what the fuck?
No, I did not say what the fuck. This is the problem, Marcia and everybody else. When I give her a
Oh
compliment,
yeah, Marcia and everybody else. I think
no,
you don't
because
know
Marcia
what the problem is.
was saying stop teasing you. When I actually do compliment her, she still gives me shit. So what are you doing? What are you pointing at?
Nothing. Mind you, don't worry about what I'm doing. It's
Anyway,
my
Dash
rock.
says,
It's
absolutely
my
true. I
box.
had to bow out.
I can
Many
do what I
lives were
want
saved
in my
that day.
box with my box. Thank you.
And Amy's well, what do you want to be put in handcuffs? I mean,
Okay.
I mean, Delaney probably has some of those too. She could lend you.
No, I
No?
don't actually.
All right. Surprising.
Oh wait, they're not handcuffs, but they are cuffs. They cuff to the. Never mind.
Okay, yeah, forget. All right. Okay, she didn't want that anyway. It's fine.
No.
All right, folks. We got one more game for you. Before I do that, I'll be right back. So Delaney, can you? While I'm going, can you tell people about your books and also promote David's again?
Well, I can tell you about my books, but I for the funniest thing of all the times I've always been on here, I actually don't have them right in front of me, and I usually do.
Hang on.
But he does. Isn't that nice? David does. But thank you. My books are Grace and Envy, and they are about the friendship. They are funny and feisty and dirty mouthed. And Marie and Margaret, they're best friends. And their friendship is the literal solid foundation to whatever other shenanigans they have going on. Right here, kids, you see it. Look at him. Look at that guy. Look at him. Look at him. He's beautiful the way he's just displaying an oh yeah. Sorry, I was getting a little lost. Hey, breathe it in. So yeah, my books are about Margaret and Marie, and they are fantastic best friends over 20 years, and the fun times that they go through together, and how very different they are, but how your best friend can sometimes love you more than you can love yourself. Sometimes they need to let you know where it's at. So that's me. But that the gorgeous SOB right there, that's David Wilson, and he is an author. He's a screenwriter. He's
my legs.
Those are his legs. He's also a model. I don't know if you knew that, but yes, he models mostly nudes. But for me, I like to at least wear the sheet. I don't need the bag in the picture. So he's like, fine, I'll do. It was a whole thing. I had to pay extra to have less in the shot. It was weird. I don't know. Okay.
Whatever.
But David, on the other hand, has written how many, David? We're on
9. I've written 9.
7 Lawson, working on 8, 2 other books, also does screenwriting, ghostwriting, has done, you even did some advertising, you're working for
copywriting.
Copywriting,
letters.
Executive and all sorts of jazz. This guy's, he wear a lot of hats. But why would he? Because then he'd be covering that gorgeous fucking head of hair. You know? Doesn't matter if you need all the hats. Look, he just.
I just hurt my neck.
I know, right? I got a full-on pass. Don't worry.
All right. Oh, hey, read him twice, Johnny. Did awesome.
Mm-hmm. Just saying.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, good.
Contrary to what Jeff says.
No. All right. Let's do our last game, Geeky Lies. So this is actually a second time we've done this. We debuted this on our premiere of this season. This is based off of the British panel show Would I Lie to You, which is a very funny show. I recommend it. So we're actually, the first time it was only me doing it, but now all 3 of us are going to get to tell some fun stories. So one of us will tell a story which might be true or might be a lie. That's something that happened to us. The other 2 people will quiz or interrogate them to try to figure out the truth or falsity of that statement, and then guess if it's true or lie and find out what it really is. And in the chat, you guys can also ask questions and also guess if it's true or a lie. All right. So since I did it last time, I mean, I will do at least one, but let's start with Delaney.
All right.
And again, we've all prepared some statements that are both true and lies. So who knows what you're going to pick. And none of us have heard the other people's stories before.
Nope. Nope. But this story is from the years 1990 to 1992-ish.
Okay.
I was the getaway car to a series of small beanies done to the summer homes near my house on Long Island during the summer months. I was the getaway car.
You were the getaway car.
I was the driver.
You were the driver of the getaway car in a series of breaking and enterings in houses on Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
Or stores. Houses or stores?
Houses.
Was it always the same group of people?
I always went with the same group. Yeah. Yes.
So the breakers and enterers. Did you also break and enter?
No. I was a getaway car, man.
You said this was between 90 and 92?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're only 1 year older than me. So you were about 16, 17?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Were the other people around the same age as you?
A little older.
Okay.
Yeah,
There we go. Johnny has a question. What year and make of car? Good question, Johnny.
It was a 1978 Malibu Classic.
Was this your car or
Yes,
somebody else's?
that was my car.
And why were you?
Because my car is fucking badass.
Hang on. So at 16 or 17, you had a really cool car.
The car that I drove at the time, which wound up being my car, was the 78 Malibu Classic. It was not my car at the time, but I did wind up eventually taking ownership of that car.
Hang on. So at the time of the break and enterings, it was not your car.
It was the car I drove, but it was not mine.
But you said it was your car.
I wound up buying it eventually. It was my friend's dad's car.
All right, that sounds sketchy.
My friend's dad's car.
John just joined us. Oh yes, we all make mistakes. Well, we don't even know if she considers this a mistake actually. What did they? I should say. I mean, you're an accessory, but what did they steal?
They got like houseware stuff and small things. Like there were TVs, jewelry, clocks, like antique stuff, vintage stuff, things like that, because they were summer homes. So people would bring their certain things. And
so hang on. Or are you saying the people were not using the summer homes at the time?
They're not there during the week. A lot of the time, they're there on the weekends and for the holidays. So there's usually at least 3-4 days a week when they weren't in their homes.
So would you get paid in any way, or how?
Yeah.
And how? Like
take whatever I
give
want.
You a candelabra or something?
Whatever they bring out, I got stuff.
People, they just split up the different items.
Yeah, if it wasn't anything, if we liked what it was and we weren't going to sell it, then I could just pick what I wanted.
Wasn't there a fight over the best stuff?
Jeff, don't make me say it. No one's going to fight me, okay?
Okay, first off, I wouldn't think you would get the best stuff. You're the youngest there. You're the getaway driver, which is the least involved.
I have the best boobs, though, Jeff.
You should get the worst pick.
I had the.
All right, so are you saying were your boobs fully the size back then as they are now?
They're bigger now, Jesus Christ! Because listen, I don't care. Everyone I already know, I'm going to get the shit for it. They still, I don't know why they're bigger than After kids, you would think no, but no, they still grew. Yeah, they're bigger than they were then. They're bigger than they were 3 years ago.
Johnny says, "Oh, they took a blender. They wanted them."
No, it was like I got a vintage clock that was like this beautiful antique clock, and I had gotten jewelry and small TV and things like that.
Did you guys ever get caught or almost caught?
No. What am I? A fucking what?
So no one ever. Okay, no one ever suspected you guys.
No.
You never had to do any high speed chases.
No one was chasing me, but I did go high speeds
to attract more attention.
Yeah,
I will tell you because again, I had a thing for driving really fast, which anyone who knows me now knows. I go and buy small cars on purpose because I know, if given the chance and enough open road, I will anytime I've ever been pulled over, it's like 85 and a 55. It's never just like 15 or it's
Why does a small car help with that though?
Because it's only 4 cylinders. It's not going to really do much. And you can hear it. Once that car is starting to get to that point, you're like, oh, best it can't get pushed. But if you got a car with some ass behind it, you can fucking motor all day. You don't feel it as much. But that little car is like a roller skate. You'll feel it.
In a 78 Malibu, they had to stop for gas every 3 blocks.
Seriously, if I think about it now, fuck yeah. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh my God.
How many other people were there?
2.
Great. What are their names?
Gary and Vinny.
And can you describe what Gary and Vinny look like?
Yes. Gary was a thin kid. He was really good at photography. He had blonde hair. He had wide set blue eyes. They were kind of buggy, but it was kind of cool. Vinny was this kid that was super duper shy, like to the point where if you even say his name out in public, he would start visibly sweating so bad, and he would act like he didn't hear you and just keep walking because he literally would get that embarrassed.
Well, this sounds like a good guy to keep a secret about theft.
Oh my God. No, you just don't ask shit and don't draw attention to him and he's fine. Don't do it. That's it. Like he could never give like, you know, how, like in college, you always have to give some bullshit oral report in front of the class. He literally, the teacher would feel bad and let him go because at first they would think he was making it up. But then after seeing him paralyzed for like 5 minutes up in front of the class, just copious sweat falling off this kid, he would get out of it. Like it was Vinny.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think these are probably 2 real people she knew, but I'm not convinced that this story is actually true. What are you thinking, David?
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
All right. So in the chat, tell us if you think it's true or a lie. She's quick on details. I'm thinking true. She is Johnny, but knowing Delaney, I bet that she planned all the details out in advance. Unlike when I do this game, I honestly don't think of much of the lies because I try to just. But,
yeah, just ahead of the game, he's not thinking of much. That's the only time.
All right, that was good. I set you up. That was good. I'll give you that one.
Oh, thank you for giving it to me because I couldn't have just taken it. All right. Anyway. You see how feisty? Yes. All right.
All right. So anyway, yeah. Johnny says true. Amy says not true. It shows. Oh shit! Johnny got me too. God damn it!
Oh God, that was a good one.
All right. Well, this is an improv show. Anyway, all right. So I'm gonna say lie. David, are you saying lie?
Lie.
All right. Delaney, I'll be like the host. Delaney Parker. Is that true or is it a lie?
I give you my word. It is true.
Oh shit! It is true.
It is true. I give you my word. It is true.
Oh my God! All right. Well, Johnny, you were correct, and Amy.
Yes, Pappas. It was.
Both
it was
Johnnies.
True.
Both Johnnies were correct. Actually,
one of the kids was like, I was like, all right, I'll do it. Like, you don't want to be the one who's not gonna do it. So I'm like, yeah, I'll fucking drive. Yeah, let's go.
So, how many times did you do that, by the way?
It was only a few times. Like, it was it was more. I think the guys did it probably just to see if they could fucking get in and get out of a house. I really don't think it was. They weren't like. There was no grand heist. Okay,
and you took it all back, right? So.
Literally, whatever they took, I don't even.
Statute of limitations had to warn out. Go with me here.
Yeah, I don't give 2 shits. Come get me. Come get me, Kappas. But yeah,
he was a juvenile delinquent.
Yep.
No, I wasn't because I didn't get caught.
No, that's not how you define a juvenile delinquent.
Well, I didn't go to juvie. I didn't have to become. I didn't because I didn't get caught.
She's still a delinquent. She's just not juvenile anymore. Oh,
a
juvenile delinquent with a gray rack, though. There you go.
It was, Pappas. It was. Thank you. It was. I'll do what I can.
All right. Do you see?
I swear, though, it is true.
I knew once Delaney started doing these stories that mine were going to look like lame in comparison.
Yeah, same.
Oh my God! Really? Some 17-year-old kid robbing some bullshit houses in Massachusetts?
Well, I didn't rob anybody. I don't think David. It sounds like hasn't robbed.
First of all, it wasn't even that I robbed. It was more like they're going to go do this. You're going to be a bitch and not go.
You are no. That's not being a
bitch.
Go.
Like, come on.
That's being an accessory.
You wouldn't have gone if your friends were going. You would be like, I'm not.
100% not. No, 100% not.
Dude, I didn't travel in those circles.
Guess who we're not going to invite to the next party?
You shouldn't. No, dude, I am so honest. It's ridiculous. One time,
I wouldn't do that shit now, but yeah.
Like, one time, the lunch lady gave me an extra nickel, and I went back up and gave it back to her. And I said,
I would do that though. I would give it back because I would feel bad. You're a fucking liar anyway. But I would feel bad that her drawer.
I'm not a liar. That's not my story, by the way. That's not my story.
Because I'm like, their drawer will be off, and
that would be a bad story.
No, that's a very uninteresting story. If that was the story.
I once went back.
Return a nickel to the lunch lady.
Yeah, the bag's a nickel.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Did you now?
Was it a nickel or was it 5 pennies?
Yeah. Miss Delaney is a feisty one. Oh, you got it, John. Wow, we got a lot of Johnnies.
I am.
Johnnies. All right.
Again, these are during my younger days. I'm a much more docile creature these days.
Well, I don't think they think that from this show.
Wow.
All right. I guess I'll do mine.
Yeah.
Trying to decide which one. I did a whole bunch for like later on in future shows.
But making fun of me for thinking ahead. This motherfucker's got shit written down. He's down here jotting notes.
I wrote down the one
notebook, and
I wrote down the one sentence for each one.
Okay.
But I like to only like slightly think about it so I can like improv it because that's supposedly what the show is. Because on the real Who's Line, not Who's Line, Would I Lie to You? This is the first time they're seeing it. They have no idea, which we can't do on this show really. But like, I actually don't know how they make up lie so quickly on that show. Like when they get a lie, it's crazy. So anyway, all right, ready? Here's mine. Once at a water park, after my sister's friend lost her bikini top on a slide and didn't realize it, I tried to cover up, but wound up knocking both of us into the pool. The lady's reaction.
How did you try to cover her up?
Yeah, Jeff, what'd you use?
A towel.
What was it? Was it like a washcloth?
Yes, it was two washcloths, and I went like this.
You did, right? You blotted them?
The truth comes out.
No, it was...
Was it to apply the sunblock?
No. Oh, I fucking wish, man, because she was hot.
Right?
Yeah. No, we were at Blizzard Beach, which is part of Disney World's parks.
Heard it.
Right? And they just have towels there you can grab. So I grabbed one of those, but I tripped because I was kind of flummoxed by seeing her breast. And yeah, I crashed into her and we fell into the pool.
Wait a minute. Jeff. So are you telling me now? How old are you during this time?
So I am, I believe, 17.
17 years old.
Yeah.
And clumsily, you wind up with a face full of titty.
No. I didn't say that. I didn't say I wound up with a face full of titties.
First of all, we fell into that girl, and your face landed anywhere but in her titty.
All right, you think as I clumsily fall, I can aim my head?
Yeah.
I wish I had that ability.
Right? You're like, no, all slow
mo. I just crashed into her. We fell in the pool. However, even though I didn't get a face full of her titties, as you
did you skim boob? Did you skim boob? Like
no, actually, once we were in it, she realized it. Since she didn't want everybody else seeing it, she grabbed me and pressed her body to me so her breast couldn't be seen.
I want this to be true so bad.
Which was at the time the greatest day of my young life.
It would be the greatest day of my young life as well. Like,
and I got a large erection. Well, as big as I could get at that time.
I want this to be true.
Which is pretty bad actually, because at 17 I was always had an erection.
How old was this girl?
What old?
How old was she?
She was 16. She was younger than me.
And your sister's friend?
Yeah, my sister's actually 2 years younger than me, but this girl's in between us.
Where was your sister when this happened? Was she like this?
No, actually, my sister was at the top. She hadn't gone down yet of the slide.
Now,
so thankfully, my sister did not. It was so high. It's called Summit Plummet. It's one of those like sheer drops.
Okay.
Which is why I actually could easily, if you're not careful, take a top off.
Mm-hmm.
She's so high up, she cannot see what's going on.
Now, are you saying the sheer force of the water and her gravity, like going down, that it was ripped from her body?
Again, if you haven't seen these, this is over 100 feet slide. You go almost straight down. So
she gave herself a floss job and her titties were out. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, she was facing me, so I didn't get to see if she it turned into a thong or not.
Oh no, it did. I'm telling it did.
All right.
So
well, you would know.
It did.
You know. Because I wear trunks, so I don't.
Yeah, that's a lot, and I'm sure it did. So I'm going to say true because I want it so bad to be true.
Okay, hey, let me look at what John has to say. Jeff clumsily fell in a Quidditch match. So, I did. You're right.
Oh, God. Remember the hamburger?
I told that last time. That one was
the
true.
hamburger you got back for your sister. Remember that
Listen, I'm a clumsy guy, all right? At least when I was younger.
Apparently. Fuck you.
Well, listen, it's not, it shouldn't be hard to believe.
And then stupid titties, you clumsy bastard. Like,
it
what?
It shouldn't be hard to believe if a 17-year-old guy who was a virgin at the time sees naked tits that he would get clumsy, I feel like.
First of all, I'm 51. If I see naked tits, I'm still going to go like, yeah! It's like, his titties are great. Come on. Stop.
I think we can all agree with that.
Thank you. Doesn't matter. They're for everyone.
Johnny says true. Sounds true to me, but I'm not batting 1,000 so far, Amy says.
I'm going to say true.
Delaney, you're saying true?
I say true. I want it with everything I have in my heart to be true.
Let's see. Dash says the story is true. I know because plot was I was that woman. Oh my God! It's so, this is where you've been.
The fucking win. That was great, Bob.
Johnny say everybody say true. All right. So this story, the pool, the tits, is a lie.
Oh.
My heart hurts now. Oh.
Yes. Oh, that feels good. Actually, it would have felt much better if it was true, to be honest with you.
It would have felt a lot better if it was true.
Yeah, I don't know if I feel bad for me or for you.
Right. Well,
you know
I'm elated that I fooled you.
For tonight,
now I'm bummed. I'm bummed that it didn't happen.
It was true. It's fine.
I'll just dream about it tonight.
It's fine. Yeah. Make it true. Make it true. It's your dream. You make it as big as you want, Bob. Do what you need to do.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
All right.
I was hoping for you. I was
Thank you. I appreciate
David.
it.
Are you ready?
Hey, David.
No, I'm not.
What?
I don't like my.
Well, remember, I just made mine up.
Are you gonna like have an issue? Is it because it doesn't do this? What is that? Oh, that's not what you're gonna say. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I went off on a tangent, as I'm apt to do.
See, I thought you might have some good ones because in your bio I read last night it says you're based a lot of your characters off your crazy like East Texas friends or something like that. It was
that's true. So I could get a.
So I thought maybe you had some good.
Yeah, some East Texas stories about. I don't know. What were you guys doing out by the fire?
Maybe some doing the gullible full thing. You know what? Well, I actually would rather have people, believe people rather than be so skeptical or jaded.
I got one. So, I lived in Texas, lived in Chicago, or lived here. I once had an encounter with a man who was wielding a box cutter, like as a weapon.
Oh, okay. Where
coming at me?
Where were you?
It actually was in New Jersey.
Were you
not surprised that tracks? Okay.
Yeah.
Were you on vacation?
I was. It was a weekend vacation.
Where in New Jersey were you vacationing?
I don't know, because it was driving through.
So New Jersey was not your ultimate destination.
No.
What was your ultimate destination?
Texas, going to the airport. Going to the Newark airport, and then
So where in Jersey were you when you were assaulted?
Were you at a convenience store? Were you at what location?
No, it was inside a building. I'm trying to remember what it was. It's like a mall. It was like a big mall type thing.
Okay. What are those things? I know what you're talking about. The shoppers.
What did this guy look like? Did he look like he was a crazy guy or like what?
No, that's what it was. But he acted like it. I mean, he's got to think.
Was he coming at you or just talking with it? Like, how some people, or was he like, sassy?
Yeah, it was more of that. More sassy.
More little.
In fact, I think that's a quote. I think that's what he said.
Come at you a little bit.
I mean, like she's saying,
I wouldn't have been that intimidated if a guy came in going, sassy.
But I think what Delaney's asking is, was he just like raving in general, or was he?
Was he coming for you, or was he just raving in general?
How was that me?
What'd you do?
What? Okay, yeah, go ahead. What did you do?
I actually I froze. I didn't know what to say. And I actually stood there like an idiot for a little bit. And then he kind of just calmed down.
What did you do to get him? Like, was he already hot, or did you? I don't
know if I did anything or if he just picked me.
You got that kind of fucking face.
Yeah, but I think because I didn't really, respond in a way.
So was any of your family with you?
At that time, I was there with both my daughter and my son, but they weren't with me at that time. They were all
spending your money.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep.
Actually,
so they were with you on the trip, but they're not.
Yeah, but they weren't right with me at that time.
Okay.
Okay. So you were alone.
Yes.
Were there anybody else around?
Yeah.
Yeah. There were other people there. What were they doing? Back. They were all standing back too.
So, but there were no like security or police.
Yeah. Did he get arrested?
No.
So did you just let him like kind of just walk away and you didn't call anybody or police or anything?
No.
Sounds like Jersey.
He stayed. I walked away.
He stayed. Okay. That was his
you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go. You have it. It's fine. It's fine. All right.
Did anybody else say anything to you after you were walking out away from him?
No. Or did they?
Or are you the only one he went after, or did he go after a few people there? Like, did his attention change focus, or was it just?
I don't remember because I walked away.
Well, yeah, you're probably like, I want to get the hell out of here. Yeah.
Right? Like, who the fuck's hanging around for the guy with brandishing a weapon?
So Pierce has a box cutter. Yeah. Well, I actually, I used to work in a grocery store. I had to use those. Yeah. They definitely, they're sharp. They can be deadly. Yeah. In Jersey, you're lucky it wasn't a machete, Johnny says. Amy,
right?
I don't think he knows the exit, Amy, unfortunately.
What exit?
Oh
I'm going to say lie because everybody knows New Jersey isn't a real place.
That's cute.
Amy says, true. What have I got to lose? You know what, Amy? Yeah, one of these times you got to be right.
Yeah, it is what it is here. This is what we're doing now.
I
don't know, tough. David. I think you might be fibbing to me.
It's a very plausible story, but it's light on the details. But he may just, literally not remember all this. How long ago was? How many years ago was this?
That's what I was trying to. I knew you were going to ask that, and I was trying to think. I think it was like 6 or 7 years ago. 6 or 7 years ago. I'm trying to time it with people I was dating.
So nice. You're like, well,
before her, it was so 6, 7 years ago.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm going to go lie because I said true for this jackass story. Because
everyone else is saying true.
Then I have to say lie. I have to go get into the green.
Actually, well, this is a tough one.
You.
I'm gonna say true. All right, so everybody says true except Delaney.
Yep, we need at least one out. I'll be the outlier.
David, is this story true or a lie?
So it's true. But I left out some things. So it was at a Comic-Con thing, and it was a set of box cutters signed by Giancarlo Esposito.
And Jeff was chasing you. It was
Jeff Spring. But he held him out at me for pictures.
Was Goss really?
Yeah.
Oh man, you should have put that in the story.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it says on the back, "Get back to work."
I love it. I love that.
What do you remember what Comic-Con it was?
It was the Walker Con. So it was
The Walking Dead.
It was weird because it was all like Walking Dead, and then on one back row, which is what he was there, kind of by himself, and a couple of other actors that were just fringe, actually. So I did walk up to him, and no one was around, and so he got very animated, and so everything. And I walked away, and I don't know if anyone else was there or not.
That's awesome.
That's cool. Was the con in New Jersey?
Yeah. And I don't remember where it was.
In green, Pierre says.
It was. It's very.
Amy says cool.
Yeah,
Delaney
I like it.
is out. Well, she did get it wrong. You're right.
Well,
but me and David got Delaney's wrong. So
yeah.
That's right. I know.
Although actually, wait a minute, and you both got mine wrong. Oh, so I'm actually the most accurate. I was 1 for 1. You guys were 0 for 2.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You're right. Here I am.
I still did not get to touch any tits. All right. So there you go, folks. That was Geeky Lies. And don't worry.
Mine was the truth.
Well, actually, it was 2 truths and a lie, actually. That's what it was. It turned out
Look at that. You did it after all, Delaney.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true.
Jeff is perfect in the game. What? Well, no, because I guessed Delaney's wrong. So I'm actually not. I wasn't perfect with guessing. Because I thought hers was a lie. And I wasn't perfect the first time I did it. They were guessing better at that time.
Yeah. I think you would. I think you would.
Yeah. Well, and you should watch that show. All right. So folks, I'm going to, in 2 shows, we have our 500th episode. I think we're going to bring that back. This came back for that. So get ready for more geeky truths and lies. We're going to be doing a lot of different games that evening. Before we get out of here though, let's once again tell people where can they find your books?
You can find it at davidkwilsonauthor.com right there. And also on Amazon. You can go to Amazon. There are all the links I think are below. You can find me on social media, and there's links to everything there as well.
Yes, check them out. Get the books.
And guess what, guys? All three of us will be in Clifton Park at, yes, right? Yes.
Yep.
So in Clifton Park in June, we'll be there selling our books at the Clifton Park. It's the authors. Hold on, you have like a whole bunch of them. You have like books, authors, and creative and content creators.
And something.
It's gonna be huge, and it's gonna be fantastic. Lots of authors, lots of fun stuff, lots of merch, and us three in our shenanigans as usual.
So if you're in our area, go to the Clifton Park Center Mall, and we'll be throughout the mall there.
And then in October we get
falling into pools and getting stabbed by box.
Yeah, I'll bring them. And you've got your knife.
No, it'll be great. And I get to see you guys again in October, and who knows whatever else fun stuff we'll get up to over
Jeff will bring a sword.
Yes, I'll bring in my light sword, my lightsaber. 500 would be a very long stream. 500 what? Games? Minutes? I will say the 500 episode will probably be about 3 hours rather than 2.
I've been doing my work. I've been hard at work.
Workout?
Yeah. I've been trying to
last for 3 hours.
Work it out here.
Okay, so Amy does want to know. I got a private joke with a buddy of mine who lived in Nutley. Jersey, what exit? Oh, that's a private joke.
That's just his nickname that one of his girlfriends called him, and it was because never mind.
Oh, Nutley.
Remember he said
Saratoga County will never be the same. Yeah, it is in Saratoga County, the book festival we're talking
about. It is.
About.
That one is.
This is actually also a.
It is.
This is a local reference to the car dealership guy who would always say,
"Huge!
It's huge."
Fusillo,
yes.
Billy Fusillo.
It'll take S. Oh, I'll take S words for 1,000. I see. That's Oh, that's from Saturday Night Live. That's when we were making fun of Sean Connery, the Jeopardy they did in Saturday Night Live. I'll take S words for 1,000, Alex. I haven't done that in a while because Francis hasn't been here. That's why.
I noticed that we also haven't had Mr. Rogers taking anybody out either since Francis has.
Yeah, with your little dagger there. All right, folks. Remember, you can also catch Delaney at delaney-parker.com. Find all her books.
That's right.
9 sex scenes.
That's the first one, and I think the second one has at least 9.
At least 9.
Yeah, because I didn't want to do less because I would be like, oh, wow, you're going to do it on the first one, and the second one, you're going to phone it in. So, no, the second book has got the lesbian sex in it. It's got just as much fun stuff as the first one.
super-geekedup.com, folks, where you can find all our stuff. And you can also find my geeky comedic erotica at RileyRoseErotica.com. All right. Huge thanks to David. Thank you for coming on, being awesome.
Oh, thank you. This was fun.
Thanks to Delaney for co-hosting, of course. Thank
you
for watching in the chat.
Thanks for having me, Jeff.
Oh, that was a deep, sultry voice.
Thanks.
Do your sex scenes like that in the audiobook.
Oh my God, get out of here! No.
Thank you for watching in post as well. Mr. Rogers may not have been a badass, but Scotty was.
Yep.
Oh,
Scotty doesn't know. You know that one.
Exit joke was pretty common amongst my friends at Boston University who lived in Jersey. All right. There you go. Good Jersey joke. Oh, thank you, Amy. Glad you had a great time. Hope you can
all right.
keep joining us, please, every week. That would help us out. And yes, Michael, thank you so much. Please do like and subscribe to the channel.
There's no or.
Yeah, like and subscribe. That's right. Oh, okay. Thank you, Pierre, for reminding me. Let's check the poll. Looks like Chun-Li is the winner. Yes, Electra and Katana tied for second, but Chun-Li is the winner for the best fictional female martial arts with 50% of the vote. Pretty big win for Chun-Li.
That's nice. Well done.
Classic Street Fighter. And very sexy lady. All right. There we go. All right. Thanks, folks. We'll be back next week for our penultimate to the 500th episode.
It'll be the eve.
Yes. Wednesday, of course, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Until then, stay geeky, everybody. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.